What's up, guys? Igor Hernandez here. I'm one of the attorneys at Cornish, Hernandez and Gonzalez, where I practice injury law and first-party homeowner property claims. And today I want to talk to you about the fact that for an injury case to be brought, for you to have an injury claim, there needs to be an injury. And depending on the kind of injury case that you have, you may even need to have a permanent injury. What do I mean by that? Often we get phone calls where people say, well, I was in a car accident and the other person did all this crazy stuff and they were speeding and they were not paying attention, and they were texting, and they were doing all this stuff, and they hit me, and I want to sue them because that wasn't cool, right? And the question is, okay, well, are you injured? Did you have to go to the hospital? What happened physically? And the person will say, no, I'm not injured. I'm fine. I just, what they did was wrong, and I want to make sure that they get sued, right? Well, that's not really how this works. This is not a punitive or a punishment system on the civil side. This is about putting you back in the position that you were in before the accident. So if you're not injured, then you don't have an injury case. That's the point blank period easiest way to put it. If you're not injured, you don't have an injury case. Obviously, it's a little more complicated when you take it to the next step in car accident cases because we have what's called the no-fault law in Florida, which what it does is in order for you to be able to recover for pain and suffering, past and future, you need to show not just that you were injured, but that you had a permanent injury. So it may be a situation where you get into a car accident, your back's a little sore the following day, but you don't need any treatment. You go home, life is good. A week later, you don't even remember you had this accident because your body feels great and you did not incur any medical bills and you're not injured anymore. Well, in that case, even though you were hurt the day after, and even though you actually went through something that was painful, you're not really entitled to get anything on your car accident case because you can't show that you were permanently injured. Meaning, if your injury just went away on its own after a couple of days and you're fine, you're not entitled to recover pain and suffering. And you did not go to the hospital, so you did not spend any money on medical bills. So you have no bills and no permanency. And so in a car accident scenario, you'd recover nothing. So you don't have a case. Now, it's a little different when you talk about non-car accidents, like slip and falls, negligent security, that kind of stuff, where basically you don't need to prove that you're permanently injured. So, for example, let's say you go to a store, there's water on the floor, you slip, you fall, you're really sore the next day, you're in a lot of pain, you spend a couple of days just not feeling like yourself, and it's painful, but 10 days later, you're fine, you're not sore anymore. Well, if it's a slip and fall, then you are entitled to compensation. You could have a case because there is no equivalent to the permanency statute in Florida for slip and falls. So you do not need to prove that you're permanently injured before you can recover or be compensated for your slip and fall, so long as you were in fact injured at some point and it hurt and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, I hope that helps, and I will catch you again next time.